Then he says, verse 44, note this. This is remarkable. How can ye believe, which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from God only? That's amazing. Let me reword it. Jesus basically says, you can't believe because you clamor after the honor of men. You can't believe because you prioritize the praise of men. You cannot believe because you court the praise of men. The praise of men that you desire makes it impossible for you to believe in me. And not much has changed. This is why to be a true Christian requires the denial of self. You can't be a disciple unless you're willing to deny yourself, take up the cross, and follow Jesus Christ. He will not have you live 1 foot having the praise of the world and 1 foot seeking to have the praise of God. Won't happen. There's no path to heaven for the person who lives that way. None. So if there's a person here this morning seeking to have the praise and commendation of their Christian parents, and at the same time the praise and commendation of their ungodly friends in the world, you're not doing it. You're failing. You're failing. You say, but I think I'm managing. No, you're not. Jesus says, how can ye believe, which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from God only? If you prioritize the honor of anyone but God, you can't believe. You can't exercise faith. Faith fundamentally draws your heart out after the sovereign of the universe and says, my allegiance is there. I have no desire to court any praise of man. I have no desire for that whatsoever. I don't care for it. I'm not saying that we don't like to be liked. There's still that tendency, but the Christian knows there's a limitation. If that person walks away from the Lord, I don't care what they do, I'm not leaving them. If that person has no time for the things of Christ, I want nothing to do with them in terms of real friendship. I will not support them as they walk away because my allegiance is for the... It's like Ruth, isn't it? Her sister-in-law, she's heading back. Her mother-in-law is heading to Bethlehem. You can't walk both paths. You can't find both destinations. You can't do it. You have to choose. How can ye believe, which receive honor one of another? If you're seeking, listen, young person, older person, I care not what age you are. I think that this is more dangerous for young people. That's why I apply it to you. But if you're older and it applies to you, I want you to take heed to it as well. But especially the young. That sense, no one wants to be isolated. No one wants to feel like they're not welcome, that they have no friends. No one wants to be that person, that Christian, that no one spends time with because you're like a holy roller, Bible basher, whatever might be the condescending terms that they use. No one by the flesh desires to be that person. And yet Jesus says, you can't believe unless you prioritize my honor. That's what happened to the religious leaders. You know, there were some of them that recognized him for who he was, privately, secretly. They could see that his claims were not void and empty. And yet, because of fear of man, they would not step out and believe.